Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another BJ's podcast, BJ's Connections. I am really excited. I'm always excited, but I got to tell you, I love this guy. You are absolutely going to love what he does, what he offers, and the connections he can make. So I would love to introduce you to William Green, who is an amazing strategist, business connector, and business builder. So, Will, thank you so much for being on with me today.
Wow, thank you so much for the great introduction. I super appreciate it. BJ, it's always a wonderful to get to an opportunity to chat with you.
Thank you. Thank you. So, I would love, first of all, would you tell our listeners just a little bit about you and how in the world we got connected? First of all, and then let's go into what in the world you do.
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is Will. I'm in the Boise, Idaho area, and we have a company. It's not so small anymore, but it used to be a small company called Business Synergy Group Connect. And what we do mainly is solve the misalignment issues that most coaches and consultants have with regard to their sales process and everything through a myriad of tools, right? So whether it's Go High Level or using like presentation software. We work with them to make sure that the impact and the design that they have for their clients actually carries through every interaction that they have, whether it's a simple email introduction or whatnot. We get involved in the weeds and make sure that things get aligned. And our superpower, really, the thing that makes us unique is the fact that we actually do what we say that we're going to do. We tell you we're going to build you a system, and then we build you a system and then show you how to use it. So that's the biggest thing that makes us unique in the marketplace. Unfortunately, that's because there's a lot of people out there that don't do what they say they're going to do. So integrity is actually what makes us unique.
Nice. I think that's what I love about getting to know you because I really feel like I can trust you. And we connected because of another connection. I visited a networking group. You tell us just real quick about how you connect people.
Yeah. So we do a lot of networking through our coach network, and so our coaches typically will put us in front of other coaches, which is really nice to be in that position. Again, you do stuff, you do what you say you're going to do, and you get recommended. So that's kind of how it works. But in addition to that, we also create. Kind of like we have this relationship ascension model that allows us to kind of advance the relationship throughout the process of getting to know each other because nobody likes to be sold to, especially on the first call, not even the second call or third call, right? And so what we do is we try to create a scenario where they get to experience what it is like to work with us before we ever even have that structural conversation. So that's what we do. That's a little bit different than I think a lot of companies out there.
I love the fact that we are relationship driven. Both of
Mhm.
us are. I think that's why we've connected so well. But in addition to that, as we've built that relationship, then I can trust you. So if I introduce you to my world, so those of you who are out there, listen up. I really feel like you can trust William. And not only can he build that system, because a lot of people say, well, I can build you a funnel, I can help you with your website, I can help you with your social media marketing, I can do all of that. And either you hand it over to them and you have no control. You don't know how to do your website, you don't know how to do anything else, but you've handed it over, or they do that, but there's no support to actually make it profitable. You have the
Mm-hmm.
system, you have the website, you have the funnel. Maybe it's not profitable. And I really feel like, William, you can do that for
Yeah.
coaches and consultants.
Yeah, we work with them on their packaging, their offer, kind of the verbiage that they utilize, sales strategy techniques, all of that stuff. At the end of the day, it's, all ethics based and we really want to make sure that people that have dedicated their lives to helping other people have the best shot at being able to do that. And so we kind of help them to find a way to present that information in a meaningful way that actually connects with their audience. So that way they don't lose connection. So if they're given a webinar, they're able to stay on screen, with their message or queue up a video without having to think about it, really create flow. and not just in the presentation side of things, but also in their systems and how they're communicating with, so that way that drop in brand doesn't occur. I don't know if you've ever been to a restaurant where you went in, you thought you were going to have a great experience, and then the hostess wasn't there. We try to make it to where that experience is really congruent with the brand and what that coach wants people to feel. So we're really big into that, right? Making sure that the people are experiencing the brand in the way that the coach sets it out, wants them to.
Okay. So brand awareness,
Sure.
consistency throughout the brand and the marketing,
Hmm.
support,
Yep.
connections, relationship. Did I
Yeah.
catch that?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Perfect. Yep. It's our relationship ascension model, and it's designed to create to create paths to allow people to naturally deepen their relationships through networking and through the interactions that they do. There's no hard sells with us. There's no um, funnel that, takes you through 15 steps with, 18 different reminders after you've booked an appointment or any of that jazz. We don't do that stuff. There's other
Nice.
companies that do that stuff. For us, it's all human centric, right? So it's created
Nice.
for you, curated by you.
Nice. So if somebody decides to purchase a program or a service
Mhm.
through you, they're not going to get page one and then page two and oh, you need to buy this and there's short term and this is going to be gone in 30 seconds. And if you do, oh, and you didn't get that, you didn't get that. So here's your last chance. And if you
Yeah,
don't get this, we're going to take your firstborn. Oh, sorry. Maybe that's a little bit much.
yeah. Well, I mean, the old days of like the lead magnets and trading your information for an email address and all that stuff, that's all gone, right? And the
Mm,
reason that is because AI has come out with some amazing stuff, and it's really easy to get information, right? But so for a coach, they really have to go back to that authenticity of who they are and what they're trying to accomplish with people, and really come across the right way. So, AI can be a very, very powerful tool. We utilize it every day with what we do and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, we are using it to empower the human, not the other way around, right? So a lot of people are using AI in place of their own ability to think, right? They're
mm,
becoming indolent, right? And so because of that, they're not actually doing the research. They're not actually looking into it themselves and not putting their unique perspective or spin on things. And what we're doing is we're trying to combat that, because with coaches, they're being sold a big bill of goods with AI. Not that saying that
mm,
all AI is bad, right? What I'm saying is that there's a lot of tendency to, hey, let me write my book with AI. Let me do my
mm.
posts with AI. Let me do, you know what I mean? Let me,
That's true.
let me program all of my interactions to just be AI generated.
Mm,
The problem with that is that people can sense it. They feel that loss of connectivity, and as a direct result, it creates a huge amount of sales resistance. And so, unless you know how to navigate the world of AI properly, to create human oversight, to make sure that you don't lose your voice, in a sea of, whatever everyone else is putting out there, then you really need a partner in your corner that's going to look out for you with regard to that. So,
nice. Okay. So what's the most enjoyable project or client you've ever taken on?
um, gosh, we've had clients from, like, Take Me Home Dog Rescue, where we, just helped, pets getting adopted and everything, to, you know, our to the wellness coach that pretty much saved my life, right? So Total Metabolic Solutions, if I can, I'd love to give him a shout out. His name is David Cruz. About a year and a half ago, I'd have double hip surgery. I needed to get it done. I had to lose weight to get it done. And if I didn't get it done, well, I was going to be in a really bad situation, not just physically, but financially and everything like that, right? And so I needed to lose the weight super fast. I lost 75 pounds in 2 months without a gym, without ever stepping foot into the gym, and it allowed me to get some much needed hip surgeries. So we have been, ever since then, been working on his systems, and he's one of my favorite friends as well as clients. And
Nice.
basically, that's the way it is for us. We're friends with our clients. After a while, we just end up, hanging out. So
That is so cool. Now, I heard through the grapevine, actually through you, that you have a little side project going on with your own life that you're going to maybe make a little change to give yourself some freedom that we all love and still be able to do what you love business-wise. You want to share
yeah.
just a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're in the final stages of getting a bus ready. I decided to go with a bus because I fell in love with the whole idea of owning a schoolie and being a part of the schoolie community. So I've been building that with some friends for the last couple of months here. We just got solar installed, which is awesome because it's a huge move in that independent direction. But the bus is kind of, and it came this way. It's painted like kind of that same color as like a prison bus, like it's that white bus, right? Anyway, so I decided to get a dog because my roommates had some love puppy child or love child puppies, I guess. And
Yeah.
so anyway, my dog's name is Furlough. So me and Furlough are going to be traveling the country here pretty soon. And it was a promise I made to myself when I was going through that hard transition with the double hip surgery and stuff like that, and the pain and everything that was keeping me immobile and preventing me from going anywhere. I said, you know what, life's too short. I had some friends visit me from out of town that I hadn't seen for 30 years, and I just realized that I haven't been as present as I could with the people that I truly care about. And so this is going to be my way of being more available. So I'm taking the bus, going to areas where my friends are, going to set up camp. They're going to come up and see me when they can. And, I'll be there for a couple of months and then I'll be moving on to the next location. So the three places that I'm going to be going are Idaho, which is going to be my home base, New York, which is going to be my second kind of home base, and then Texas. So.
Little triangle across the
Yeah,
world,
pretty
across the
much.
US, I mean.
Yeah. And it's not the most fuel efficient thing though, but I heard
No.
that Texas is a little bit cheaper on the gas, so there you go.
Oh, what a great adventure that you and Furlough are going to have. And I saw a picture of Furlough, and Furlough is adorable.
He's ridiculous, isn't he?
Yeah,
So
he's
cute.
just
And so
funny.
handsome.
Yeah, you're just going to have such a great time.
Yep, I'm
And the
excited.
beautiful thing for all of us is he's out there living life with the ease and flow that I teach all of my clients. I want you to have a business that brings in income, the ease and flow of life. So you're doing what you love to do, and
Hmm.
yet you have your system set up because you have support people like Will
Hmm.
on the back burner, taking care of things so that you really live the life that you desire. So
Yeah,
that's
might as well
exciting.
have a business that you can enjoy, right?
Of course, that's why most people get into business is because they want more freedom, right? They want to make money doing what they love and they want to have time to go do and be and have the things that they desire. So I'm excited for you, Will.
Thank you very much. I
Going to be
appreciate it,
fun.
BJ.
So, what have you got for our listeners today that would be a great connection, like a consultation or any kind of tip or technique? What can you offer our listeners today?
Yeah, definitely. So a lot of people aren't aware of this, but if do you have a Facebook
Mhm,
group, BJ?
I do.
So a lot of coaches specifically that you probably work with and everything, they're probably paying somebody to manage your social media. They're probably paying somebody to do advertising. They're probably doing a lot of stuff. And a lot of times it can feel like you're spinning your wheels, right? But this is something that a lot of people aren't even aware of. So, and just remember, this is a platform just like any other platform. You can invite people to a page. So, you want to see how to generate 1,000 leads in like 5 seconds?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, so here's what I'll do. So what I'm doing right now is I'm clicking on the three buttons on your Pop Mindset page, right? And what
Yep.
I'm doing right here, and this is under my profile, is I'm inviting friends. So I'm going to switch over to my personal profile. And with these three buttons right here, I can go ahead and right now invite 1,000 people to Pop Mindset. So right now I'm inviting 1,000 people to your page. This is a great thing to do with your clients, your prospective clients, your referral sources, all of that stuff. And if you think about it, if you just look at like maybe the top 5, 10 people in your network that you can invite a ton of people to your page. Now, here's the thing: that's more sizzle than steak. Okay, BJ. So what I mean by that is that it's great to have followers, right? But followers are fake, right? If you think about it in terms of like what it actually means, it's kind of like our dollar. It's not really backed by anything, right? But here's the deal. If you have a plan, right? And what I mean by that is have a plan for when people start to follow your page and greet them, right? Because as soon as somebody likes your page, you have about an hour to message them. And if you mess up, that's okay. You can always go through your followers and connect with them individually. I always recommend this. So if you can, connect with them individually, message them, and make them an offer to get on a call with you or have a round table or something like that. But that's a way that you can generate 1,000 leads in less than 5 seconds. So if you've been paying a social media manager to do your stuff and he hasn't told you to do this, you might want to consider firing him.
Yeah,
Or
talk to
show them the
Will.
technique so they can actually be successful at their job. I don't know.
No, just talk to Will.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, love to help people
Very
and thank
cool.
you very much. And thank you for letting me share that because if you haven't seen it before, now you know.
That's really cool. So I can do that for your page.
Yeah,
I can
absolutely.
go to
Yeah.
your page and then invite and change to my personal profile and invite
Yeah.
my people.
Yeah, and we're such geeks about all this stuff. We know all of this stuff, guys. So like, if you want to hook up with me, go ch you know, I'll make a post, a comment in the post with my website and everything. Happy to connect with you. We're always willing to have conversations with people for sure, especially in the
Very,
coaching and the consultant space.
very cool. Well, like I said, you are in my back pocket, and we are definitely going to have to stay connected because I'm sure that I can use your services.
Thanks, PJ. I appreciate you.
All right. Well, this has been delightful. I will make sure that William's contact information is in the description and it'll be underneath the video here. So be sure you reach out, say hi, have a consultation, a little chat with Will, and see how he can help you become more strategic and profitable in your business. So thanks again, Will. It's been awesome.
Thank you.
All
You have a
right.
great
We will
day.
see you all next on BJ's Connections podcast. Bye bye for now.
Bye.